Hello guys, and welcome to the Talking News. So I have a fairly new story, kind of. Um, this woman you see here, her name is Bonnie Webb, an Arizona woman that was last seen around April 1st by convenience store security camera. The family is asking for the public's help. They have hired a private investigator to find the missing Arizona City woman. The woman is a 64-year-old, and the article says something kind of odd. It says that she was caught up in a foul play before she disappeared. And also, they say that Bonnie Webb was last seen, the convenience store was a gas station west of Casa Grande shortly after midnight on April 1st, before her truck was found abandoned several miles south. Oh, Lord Jesus, you know I have trouble with some of these names, and this one's a doozy. So, several miles south on Tohono O'odham Nation. I probably butchered that word. And that's why I'm going to put it on the screen for you, because if you're in that area, you probably know what I'm trying to say, and I'm very sorry about that. She left her daughter's house earlier that evening and never made it to her home in Arizona City. Okay, so it says that Sean Wilson has been retained by the Webb family to find the missing woman, and thinks that the circumstances leading up to her disappearance are suspicious. It's unclear why Webb was driving around Casa Grande and Stanfield at such late hours, the private investigator said, especially since Webb normally didn't drive at night. Okay guys, that word again. So I'm just going to call it Tohono. So the Tohono Nation did not respond to the message left by Pinal Central, the Pinal County Sheriff's Office, which is assisting in the investigation, referred any questions about Webb to the tribal police. The FBI, which has jurisdiction to investigate the serious crimes on tribal lands, did not respond to Pinal Central's inquiry asking if the federal agency was part of the investigation. Chrissy McAlpin, Webb's niece, said her families had a difficult time communicating with the law enforcement, which prompted them to hire a private investigator. Now, the family has many unanswered questions, the niece said, but they are certain that Webb did not and would not have walked away from her family. None of this makes sense, she says. So Webb's keys, purse, and glasses were found in her truck, but her wallet and phone could not be located. Wilson said lottery tickets she had recently purchased were also missing. Okay, and so Wilson received a tip recently that someone has spotted Webb's truck on the Salt River, Pima. I don't even know what that is. It's an Indian community. But authorities told him nothing related to Webb has been found in the area. Because Webb has been missing for so many days, Wilson said the investigation has shifted into a recovery search for her remains. Now, it's said that Webb also suffered from a few medical conditions that would have made it difficult for her to walk very far from the truck. And family members are very hopeful that she might be still alive, and they are preparing for the worst. Well, now tonight, guys, I'm not able to do a very detailed look at this story. I just wanted to get it out there for right now because tomorrow's Easter. I've done a lot of stories this past week, and I'm exhausted, but I just want to get her story, a little bit of her story and her face out there. What I'm trying to figure out, is she connected to the Indian nation or isn't she? I don't know. I've actually tried to contact a family member trying to get more information, because what I've found so far, well, I was in a hurry too, it was not much. But there's something else I would like to bring up quickly before I close out of here. And that is, a lot of people, you're hearing a lot in the paper about Indian women going missing. And they're making it look like somebody's targeting them because they're Indian. But we need to go over the truth about that. And I can tell you, I will not say something to try to persuade you. I'm going to tell you facts only and let you figure out for yourself. But a lot of these Indian nations are suffering with addictions, alcohol addiction, drug addiction. They deal with a lot of poverty, even though, you know, they do get some federal funds and things like that. But their communities really suffer. And I have to say, because I'm not going to say, but there are reasons as to why that, you know, this community is failing. Not all of them do, but the majority do fail. Just recently, we've heard on the news, like I mentioned, a lot of Indian women have come up missing. And we need to ask, you know, before we start pointing fingers who, we need to ask why. So I'm not going to tell you why. I gave you some hints. Do some research. Look into it. The community needs to start actually paying more attention to why, because that's the most important question. I don't know if these guys are, I don't think they are. So I guess what they were doing is they were in the area of some tribal clans. Sounds like the possibility is probably a high crime area. I'm not certain yet, but I'm going to look it up and find out. The thing is why is she missing, you know, and why did she go missing in that area? So I'm certain it seems like the police are kind of trying to avoid this, according to the family, but we don't know that for sure. But we should find out something pretty soon, and I'm going to look into this one. I'm going to dig deeper into this one, guys, but I can't do it right now. But anyways, would you please share this video? Not the video, but at least you can get her picture. Actually, I'll put this up for you guys. You can screenshot this photo right here and just post it somewhere on a social media if you want, or something like that. But at least let's get their story out and try to help them out. Oh, I almost forgot to mention, guys, I have another new story coming up. And so if you don't hear from me for a little bit, I'm probably working pretty hard on something in between everything else I need to get done, you know, at home. Now, we might do a little family thing Monday and Tuesday. If that's the case, then you might not hear from me for about 3 days, 4 days possibly. Okay, guys, I want to make sure you guys know I do love you. I appreciate you guys so much, and I want you guys to have an amazing, amazing week. See you soon.